You know, Jerusalem is kind of like a balancing act between ancient and modern, between tradition and technology. And keeping this city in balance is no simple matter. In fact, it's quite a challenge. It's the challenge faced on a daily basis by the man who leads this town. Please say hello to the mayor of Jerusalem, Nir Barkat.
Shalom, good morning everyone. Welcome to Jerusalem. I'd like to welcome, special welcome, Dr. Uzi Landau, the Minister of Tourism, my dear friend Moshe Leon, Chairman of the Jerusalem Development Authority, a partner in developing Jerusalem. I'd like to welcome Dr. Miriam and Sheldon Adelson, the founders and CEO of Las Vegas Sands. Yes. My dear friend, Deputy Mayor Masha Novikov, Council Member Simi Mor, the Director General of the Ministry of Tourism that just stepped into his new role, Amira Levy. Congratulations and lots of success in your new role. I'd like to acknowledge and welcome Mrs. Mira Altman, the CEO of Binyanei Haoma, this convention hall, convention center, and Ilanit Malkior, the manager of the tourism in the Jerusalem Development Authority. Welcome all to the city of Jerusalem. I'd like to share with you some of my personal experience. As my prior career to being mayor, I spent 15 years in the high-tech sector and actually have been a world traveler with my family. And we visited many, many cities around the world, like a lot of the world travelers. And we saw the uniqueness of each of the special cities of the world. Maybe Paris and London, New York, Las Vegas, and to places like Kruger Park, or if you like, Honolulu in Hawaii. And everywhere we went around the world, I came back impressed on the uniqueness of the different sites of the world. Interestingly enough, when I shared with people in my prior career that I come from Jerusalem, and I said to people that I live in Jerusalem, their eyes used to open up. And people around the world say, wow, that is a place I've not yet been to. With emphasis on yet. Jews, Muslims, Christians, and others all around the world are eager to explore Jerusalem. And we have over half of the population in the world, around 4 billion people, that would like to come and explore, touch the stones, see the holiness, experience the spiritualism of the city of Jerusalem. How does it work here? And that excitement and interest is huge potential we have ahead of us in the city of Jerusalem. And when I became mayor, it was very clear to me that my role and goal is to exploit that opportunity, to share the holiness and spiritualism of Jerusalem with the world, to complement that with an expanded experience through culture, through sports, and to start tapping that potential that is always out there, waiting to come and enjoy the city of Jerusalem. What I've done is a bit of homework with Professor Michael Porter from Harvard Business School and defined the culture tourism as one of the economic drivers of our city. We have learned how other big cities that I've been to and heard of develop their uniqueness, their competitive advantages, both domestically, but more important, internationally. And we've defined that, I defined for my team how to come up with great ideas that are good locally, take them to the national level, how we take national ideas to the international, global level, how do we cooperate with global brands, which is our core competitive advantage, to focus on creating or exploiting that opportunity. I defined a strategic goal, long-term goal. When we were just over 2 million tourists a year, I defined our long-term goal to exceed 10 million tourists a year. And by defining that goal, the mindset that people should be in developing Jerusalem is to think big, to understand the opportunity, and to derive our actions from that strategic goal. And in order to achieve that goal, actually, my role as mayor, with the help of the government, is being market makers, to better understand how to increase the demand for the city and work the supply, the infrastructure, to scale to that opportunity. And I'd like to share some of that with you. By clustering culture and tourism, working them together, we're actually helping increase the demand for the city. And indeed, the number of festivals, the Light Festival that drew over 300,000 people to the Old City last year alone, the festivals opened up new markets. They've changed the attitude and psychology of people coming to the Old City in Jerusalem. And ever since the Light Festival and the Music Festival and other festivals we make, we see a strong increased growth of people coming to the Old City and increasing the traffic and the new markets. Side by side to that, we also developed a number of sportive events, like the marathon, like the Formula One that we're going to have, the roadshow next month, and integrating old and new in a way second to no other place in the world. When the people run the Jerusalem Marathon, go in the Old City, out the Old City, it's a wow experience second to none. And the 20,000 runners, and almost 2,000 of them from abroad, that Moshe Leon mentioned, are a testimony of very, very powerful experience complementing the city of Jerusalem. So, thank God we see very nice growth in the demand for the city of Jerusalem. I'll speak about that a little bit more in the future. And side by side to that, we've defined strategic investments in the infrastructure of Jerusalem. With the help of the Prime Minister, and this is a great opportunity to thank the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and all of the members of the government, and of course the Minister of Tourism, we see major investments in infrastructure for light rail and public transport. If we've invested my first term, an average of 5 billion shekels in public transport, it's probably going to be 20 billion shekels the next term for 2 new more light rails, the fast train from the airport to Jerusalem or the center of the country to Jerusalem. And all of these investments make Jerusalem very accessible for public transport, enables us to scale to the opportunity ahead of us. Side by side to that, we've been investing heavily in enabling us to expand the volume of experiences. This conference that we're here today, the conference hall, in the next few years will be expanded to be the largest and most modern conference area in the country, or maybe even in the Middle East. We have created the largest sports complex in the country that enables us to host the Maccabee Games. We've expanded Teddy Stadium from 21,000 seats to 34,000 seats. We're building the largest arena for basketball and events in general. May they be other events. We're talking about over 100 days a year that we can host conferences in the new arena that we have. And side by side to that, we're making another additional investments that make the experience coming to Jerusalem richer and enables us to expand our services to the number I've reached, or the goal I've set, for 10 million tourists a year. We've also added tax incentives to enable the hotel industry to invest in the city of Jerusalem. And we defined the red carpet so that we can help the Hotel Association and investors that want to use the opportunity we have ahead of us to take advantage of it. The tax incentives are 28%, the government's help. 28% of every dollar spent in the city of Jerusalem for expansion and building new hotels, the government chips in as a grant. So this makes Jerusalem even more attractive for hotel industry and investors to create the opportunity to scale to the opportunity that lies ahead of us. And I'd like to close the circle and return to the meaning of reaching the 10 million tourists a year goal. That will mean 100,000 new jobs, over 100,000 new jobs for the city of Jerusalem that needs it so much. It means stability for the city of Jerusalem, because we know, we've demonstrated that in the last 4.5 years, we've scaled. Our budget, the municipal budget, is scaled over 8% from year to year in the last 4 years. The number of cranes in the air are testimony for people believing in the future of our city. Tourism is reaching an all-time high of a run rate of 4 million tourists a year. Internal tourism in Jerusalem has surpassed Tel Aviv and Haifa just last year, and this summer we intend to scale that again. Crime rates in Jerusalem have dropped dramatically. And I just came from the United States, and the murder rate in Jerusalem is 1/10 of an average city in the United States. 1/10 of Los Angeles, 1/10 of Washington, D.C., 1/20 of Atlanta and Philadelphia, 1/3, 1/4 of New York. And so I believe we can demonstrate that developing Jerusalem to its potential in tourism, fulfill the roles people expect from us, creates stability in the region, helps people, helps our economy. And so in many, many ways, promoting tourism is double dipping, even triple dipping for us all. Now this conference is another example of what we believe we should be doing to develop the future of our city, and that is share knowledge, share experiences with other major cities in the world, with people that are leading in their spaces in the industry. Share that experience with us all. I have no doubt in my mind that it's the right thing to do. I'd like to wish us all a successful conference. Make sure you invest time and enjoy the city of Jerusalem, and go back home as references of Jerusalem. Thank you to all the participants. Thank you for all the partners in this event. And again, welcome to Jerusalem.